Hello YouTube, welcome back. Retired skateboarder here, bringing you another video. This time we are going to celebrate 1000 subscribers on this channel. Actually it's like 1400 almost. It has been exactly 1 year since I started this YouTube channel. I think last year 2024 in November I started. Now it's November 2025 and it's also my 1 year anniversary coming back to fingerboarding after 20 years break and actually having to relearn fingerboarding with 2 fingers because I used to fingerboard with 3 fingers. Yeah, 20 years is a long time and I was so amazed how much fingerboarding has progressed. Basically a fingerboard nowadays is like a real skateboard. There's like no difference. It's actually crazy how much this channel has grown. I've never anticipated that this channel is going to become anything because I treated it as my hobby channel, as a form of a diary or just showcasing my progress and sharing what I've been learning and reviewing products I'm trying out. So it has been fun. Also getting a lot of comments from you people, and I'm getting a lot of comments from people my age who also have kids and also came back to fingerboarding, which is so cool. And I have been connecting to other fingerboarders online and also offline. So I think I have a lot to talk about. I want to answer some questions first, but before we do that, we should pop up a bottle of champagne or Prosecco, because obviously this is a special occasion. I have to disappoint you though, because I opened this bottle yesterday night already. I was weak, I was by myself and I felt lonely. No, this was given to me by people I worked for. I'm here in Romania, by the way, staying in a hotel. I filmed a video seshing this hotel, which you might have seen first, I don't know. Yeah, and I was gifted this bottle. And I'm not really a drinker, I don't really drink at all. Like just occasionally with friends or special occasions like this. So I still have a lot to drink. I'm not going to finish it, but we should have at least a glass prepared. So grab something to drink and let's do a cheers. Cheers! Or Prost, as we like to say it in Germany. Cheers to you guys for commenting, sharing your knowledge and giving me so many ideas. And I learned so much just from reading the comments. So I appreciate you and hope to see you in future videos. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to start with Instagram questions and then I'm going to answer some YouTube questions. Okay, let's go. The first one is from Anticonvulsant. What is your favorite best footboard trick that you used to be able to land? Okay, so he's referring to a real skateboard trick. I think 360 flips were always my favorite flips. Maybe, I think I was pretty good doing nollie flips, and nollie flips always feel good, especially when you do it down something or over a hip. Yeah, maybe 360 flip and nollie flip. Why did you start skateboarding? Okay, why did I start skateboarding? I was given a skateboard by my father and then I started. That was it. I was around, I think I was 12 years old. He just gave me a skateboard and I started. And my brothers also started to skate and then we all skated. And yeah, I skated for 13 or 14 years. Between that, I broke my ankle and then I couldn't skate properly anymore. So that's why I had to stop. But watch my very first video if you want to hear that story again. Next one, Martz Robbins. What has happened to the G16? We don't see it in your recent videos, lol. I still have it. My flat-face G16 is at a friend's house. A friend of mine who was curious about fingerboarding and he told me that he will buy one. And then I just told him to use my flat-face G16 with Levi trucks and Black River wheels. And he tried it and he told me that it's not for him. Like he gave up basically, which is a shame because until he asked me, I had no other fingerboard friends. And I was like, oh yes, if he starts then I can fingerboard with him. So I still have it, but it's at my friend's house. I will get it back though, because he doesn't use it. Okay, Wobbles FB. Do you like softer or harder wheels? Oh, I really did change my mind on that. Currently my main setup is still my December deck 34mm, Black River Truck 34mm, and oak wheels. Oh yes, I changed my mind on oak wheels. I didn't like them at first because I found them too grippy and too soft maybe. I just couldn't warm up to them, and they wobble a bit, which I also didn't like. And I was used to very smooth plastic wheels. Ilpils I tried, I like them, but they're also very loud. Maple wheels I tried, I like them a lot, but they are definitely harder wheels, very close to plastic wheels. And then one day I decided to just use my oak wheels on this setup, and somehow on this December deck I suddenly like it. And I actually do appreciate how grippy they are, especially when you ride on rougher surfaces. And because I'm currently traveling, I also fingerboard at the airport a bit and outside, and oak wheels are perfect for that. Yeah, I don't know. I like all wheels depending on the surface, but currently I might actually like softer wheels. Maybe I will explore softer wheels, blistered wheels or pyro wheels. I still haven't tried. So the journey continues. More reviews coming probably. Oh man, all that money going away. Another question from Wobbles FB. Have you tried Joycult? No, I haven't. I almost did an impulse buy on the fingerboard store, but I have never tried them. 7-ply question mark. 7-ply question mark? It's not for me. I have a Black River 7-ply deck, which I don't use. It's okay. I don't know. I don't like them at the moment. Grip skin. Is fingerboarding skateboarding? Very interesting question. I would say fingerboarding to me is a miniature version of skateboarding, especially nowadays with the bearing wheels and the trucks and everything being very professional. I think fingerboarding, there's almost no difference to skateboarding. Obviously a skateboard you use your feet, and with a fingerboard you use your fingers, but you can do the same tricks. It takes the same amount of practice and skill. The benefit with fingerboarding is obviously you never hurt yourself. You can do it anywhere. You can do it indoors. It's cheaper because fingerboards last longer than a real skateboard. So I would say, yeah, fingerboarding is skateboarding, but it's just a miniature skateboard. Yeah, I can live with that answer. Okay, now let's answer some YouTube questions. What cameras do you use in your videos and how do you edit? Any secret program or skills to do it that good? I use 2 cameras. I have an action camera, DJI Action 5. I use that for filming lines because it has a fisheye, and you can shoot in 4:3 aspect ratio, which is closer to what we used to use back in the days with the mini DV cassette camcorders filming skateboarding. So I like the 4:3 aspect ratio for that. It has a lot of options for frame rates, so you can shoot high frame rates and do slow motion. The downside with action cameras is that the focus is fixed. So when you go very close, then you're not really in focus. So you have to use close focus filters. But then the whole image distorts a bit, and then it becomes less fisheye and more wide angle, which I don't like too much. But that's what I use for lines. And then I have multiple cameras to film because I'm also a photographer and filmmaker. But I use a Fujifilm XS20, which I'm using right now, for all the static shots. And I use a little tripod to put my camera somewhere. And in terms of lenses, I have a fisheye lens for that. It's a Tokina fisheye lens. And then I'm using an 18 to 50mm 2.8 from Sigma for Fujifilm X mount, which is also recording me right now. And that's just a great general purpose lens. You can zoom in and it's really bright, so you can use it indoors. That's my static camera. But there's also a downside with the Fujifilm camera. It overheats quickly when you shoot 60p and 4K. So you have to land your tricks and not spend too much time filming, otherwise the camera will shut down. In terms of editing, I use Adobe Premiere. That's just what I'm used to. I also use it for work. That's it, yeah. There's a follow-up question. How do you deal to not disturb your family when fingerboarding? I don't know. My wife once threw out 2 kickers I made out of wood. She just threw it out into our garden because she was angry. So you tell me, I don't know how to not upset my family. My son doesn't care. He actually likes me fingerboarding because at least I'm around him when I do it and he can play with whatever he wants to play with. So my son doesn't mind, but my wife finds it annoying. So I don't fingerboard near her. That's how it is. How do you shoot your videos? Okay, that's kind of similar to the first question. They make you feel really included and immersed. I would love to know your editing secret or just lighting or whatever contributes. I don't know what you mean by feeling included and immersed. I don't think I do anything intentionally to make you feel that, but it's interesting to hear that. I try to come off as honest and natural and authentic as possible. I don't like to, put on a persona and act all like a content creator. Like, yeah, what's up, people, and stuff like that. And I try to find good angles to film, and I'm trying to think about what I would want to see. So when I make videos, I film a close-up of something I want to show, because I feel like when I watch a video or a review, I want to see whatever that person is talking about. I want to see a clip of that, and I try to give you a lot of coverage so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. But other than that, I just do what I feel feels right. I have a lot of training with doing YouTube videos, because I have another big, or I have a main channel where I do something completely different. Some people found me from that channel, found me here. Hello. It must be weird seeing me do this in fingerboard. So I know how to make YouTube videos, but with this channel, I just try to have fun. So I'm actually not giving 100%. I could do a lot better videos, but I don't want to spend too much time on them because it's not my job, and I don't have too much time doing these videos. But it's nice to hear that you feel immersed and included. Ever curious to try skate grip tape on a fingerboard? I think foam grip just feels better, and I remember like tech decks, it's fine, but they are not grippy enough, and I prefer foam grip. Skate grip tape, I have skateboard grip tape on my very old tech deck. I can show you a photo here of that board because I found it last year in the closet somewhere, and I cut out some real grip tape and put it on my tech deck, and apparently I liked it enough to have it on my tech deck, but nowadays I don't use skate grip. What's your favorite thing about fingerboarding? I like that it makes me feel a lot like skating, like skateboarding. I like the focus you get. I like how you get totally lost in it. You don't think about taxes, you don't think about fighting with your wife, you don't think about all the stress and pressure you have in life. You can just focus on learning new tricks, and it's just so much fun. So I like that it gives me something to do, and actually I use fingerboarding as a stress relief tool. I told my wife, without fingerboarding, I would be more stressed. I would have a bad mood all the time, and I need this as a stress relief. And so she supports me fingerboarding because she knows I need it. I mean, she doesn't really like me fingerboarding, but she can understand that I need it because my work is a lot of pressure and life is a lot of pressure. So I like that fingerboarding gives me peace, gives me, it calms me. It was like when I was skateboarding, it was the same. I was able to, you know, just relax and skate and don't think about life. That's what I like the most about fingerboarding. Why do you do it and what keeps you passionate? I think I kind of answered that already. What keeps me passionate is the fact that I can progress, and I have progressed a lot, I think. And it's just, the more you learn, the more fun it gets. So I really feel like I could do this forever, but we will see. When you were actively fingerboarding before your recent return to it, how many years did you FB for and how good were you? So I was fingerboarding when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. So when I started skateboarding, people would bring tech decks to school and I would have tech decks at home. And when my brothers and I would go skate outside, we would come back and then fingerboard in our rooms. But I was never really that good that I could do technical tricks. I was able to do like a kickflip or 360 flip, maybe a frontside flip, some grinds, but sometimes I would land like a kickflip 5-0 or 5-0 kickflip out, or maybe a 360 flip tail slide, like after 1,000 tries with a kicker, because doing it without the kicker was too hard. So I was having fun with it, but I was also skating or finger skating with 3 fingers. And then it limits you what you can do. I couldn't do any switch tricks or nollie tricks. I didn't even practice those. I didn't watch any other fingerboarders online, or I didn't even know there were fingerboarders doing it like on a high level. So I was only thinking about skateboarding, and I don't know, I think I learned way more in the past year since I returned to it. So, and then I stopped doing it. I actually bought a wooden deck. I don't know, maybe it was a Berlin wood, I don't remember. I bought it from a skate shop. I set it up, and after a month I lost it. Or maybe someone stole it. I don't know. I just don't have it anymore. And then when I lost it, I stopped doing it. I didn't buy it again. I didn't touch my tech decks again. And then, yeah, for more than 20 years, I didn't touch a fingerboard. And then when I stumbled upon some tech decks, when I was at a toy store for my son, I bought 2 tech decks just for fun, gave my son the tech decks, and then I started to use them. And then I got into it, researched fingerboarding, found Mike Schneider, found, what's this guy called? He was a kid when he was very big on YouTube, Grip Skin maybe? I don't know. There was this young dude doing all these videos on fingerboarding, and yeah, I bought a flat face as G16 because of the Mike Schneider videos. And then, you know the rest of the story. How is the fingerboard scene where you live, and how is the ASI Berlin shop? Is it as cool as they say? Thanks, keep shredding, dude. I'm just checking if ASI Berlin clips are playing here. Okay, how's the fingerboard scene where I live? Up until 2 months ago, I had no idea there was even any fingerboarder in my city. Then I found out that there's a forum in Germany, fingerboard forum, where the German scene connects. And through that, I found out who is in my area. I then went to a home session. Someone hosted a home session at a city near me. I went there, and for the first time, I hung out with like 6 other fingerboarders. And it was so much fun. We were all kind of the same age. I can show you some clips here from that evening. And it felt very natural. It felt like skating together. They also had a skateboarding background. We all had similar influences. We liked the same skateboarders. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And unfortunately, yeah, that was the first time and only time so far I have met other fingerboarders. But I am in two group chats right now. So every time they meet, I get a notification, and unfortunately, I don't have so much time to meet other people, other fingerboarders. But I think that's probably a big part of why people stick to it for so long, because of the community, and I want to hang out with more fingerboarders and meet other fingerboarders, go out, sesh outside maybe. Because I like fingerboarding alone by myself. Of course, it's fun, but it's more fun with others for sure. When it comes to ASI Berlin, yeah, it is amazing. I only spent 2 hours at the store because my wife was also in the city. She didn't know that I was at ASI Berlin, so I went there secretly. I want to go back for sure and spend more time at the store. It is definitely worth the visit. And I bought my Il-Pill Big Pill wheels at the store. They have a bunch of cool concrete obstacles. You have to pay like €5 to be able to sesh the parks. But yeah, totally worth it. I didn't really talk to a lot of people there. I felt like everyone was by themselves. Maybe next time I want to be a bit more social when I go. Okay, how many hours a day do you fingerboard? Love the vids, keep it up. How many hours? Oh, 2 hours at least. And to be honest, fingerboarding is kind of like procrastination when it comes to being productive. It does not help if you want to achieve something else than fingerboard. Fingerboarding definitely distracted me from work a bit, but it also calms me. It helps me feel better and relaxed. So I would say 1 hour or 2 hours. Learned nollie heel flip yet? No, I did not really attempt learning it. I know it's super hard. I don't think I will learn it anytime soon, but my philosophy when it comes to learning new tricks is I'm just going to try a trick when I want to try it, and if it doesn't happen, I don't bother. Maybe at a later time I will try again, but I learn a lot by just having fun, and when I'm in the zone, something new happens. Like I filmed this hotel session video here. I learned 2 new tricks I never did before, just because I had fun and I was thinking, oh no, this trick would be so cool on this obstacle, let's try it. And then after a few tries, I have a feel for it, and then I learned it. But I have to be very motivated to learn a new trick. So nollie heel flip is frustrating because it's so hard. Switch heel is also hard. I cannot do it. I cannot even do a regular heel flip. So I only do tricks that are fun. If they're not fun, I don't want to learn them. Maybe I will learn nollie heel flip accidentally and it becomes fun, but I have to wait for that. I don't want to rush. Tips for someone looking to make a fingerboard channel. Oh, I did not start this channel to become a successful fingerboard YouTuber. To be honest, this feels a little bit too fast because up until some recent videos, I didn't even show my face because not that I was ashamed, but I wanted to treat this as something that I do on the side secretly without anyone knowing. Like no one knows about this channel, by the way. Just one of my brothers knows, but no one of my friends knows. But now I'm okay with it if people find it, because fingerboarding is cool and I stand by it and I don't care what other people think. But I don't know if I can give you any advice. I have a feeling that recently people want to see more long form content. Shout out to our homie Mint FB, who is also watching the channel. I found him like half a year ago, and I've been watching his reviews a lot, even though he reviews products that I can't get my hands on. But it's still fun to see him, also his Mint Mumbles series or format, where he just talks about topics about in the fingerboard scene. I enjoy these long form videos, and I think a lot of people are craving that right now. So maybe I just started this at the right time, I don't know. So if you have something interesting to say or share some thoughts, maybe just do some long form content around certain topics. but I'm probably not the right person to ask. What deck is that with the GR graphic? Lol. Been searching far and wide and can't find it. That's a little inside information that if you know my other channel and what I do outside of fingerboarding, then so this person is talking about this deck where I have this GR sticker, and this is the logo of my sponsor, but it's not the fingerboard sponsor. And that's all I'm gonna say. At what age did you start fingerboarding and why did you decide to open a channel? Okay, I already answered the first question, but I can tell you why I started my channel. So from doing YouTube for a long time, but this channel being 1 year old, I already knew that on YouTube you can learn a lot by just people giving you feedback. And I thought if I would share my progress and my thoughts on products, people could give me suggestions, recommendations, because I went on Reddit a lot to find informations on, you know, what is the perfect mold, what is the best mold and shape or deck size, what trucks are the best, what wheels are the best, and there isn't that many information online. So I had to buy stuff just to review it because I couldn't find enough information online. And then I thought if I make videos about it, other people will share their experience. And I learned a lot because of people sharing their experiences and sometimes validating what I found and sometimes also making me question if another wheel or another deck or another grip tape or whatever might be better suited for me. So it is helpful just getting comments and feedback from people watching the videos. So I started my channel for selfish reasons, to also gain some knowledge from you. Do you see yourself trying any other decks, trucks anytime soon? Favorite obstacle you own? Oh, I can answer the favorite obstacle I own. Wait, I will show you. It's this one here from Grind Right. This is a school bench, I think it's called. It's a metal bench with black coating. It's also available in blue, I think. And this is my favorite obstacle. And it has this texture on the top, so when you do blunt slides, it feels nice, you can feel the surface. It's great for learning new tricks. It's long enough, you can bring it with a suitcase. It's just a perfect one obstacle to own. I think everyone should have at least one good ledge or curb. Yeah, this is my favorite obstacle. Best purchase for sure. I have another ledge and some Black River obstacles, but just something simple to grind on is my favorite obstacle. And this one is just the best I have. Oh, do I see myself trying other decks or trucks anytime soon? I'm still curious how I will like dynamic trucks because of the longer wheelbase they give you. I'm very curious to try them out one day. I'm a little hesitant to buy them because you have different pivot cups and I don't want to... I'm a little concerned about the pivot cups in dynamic trucks. Maybe you can tell me, are they lasting for a long time? Because my Black River pivot cups haven't broken so far. They seem to be very sturdy. And Black River trucks just feel very sturdy and reliable to me, so I don't want to mess with that. But I'm very curious how they feel. I haven't seen any dynamic trucks on other setups that I can try. Maybe I meet some other people who use them and I want to try them. In terms of decks, I'm so happy with December decks. I don't want to change a running system, you know, because I feel like when I experimented with molds and shapes, you know, the flat face G16 was great to get into fingerboarding again because it helped me pop the deck. It is very easy to pop high with a G16, but it is also extremely mellow. The combination of high kicks and mellow deck is a bit too extreme to me. And I just bought a December deck because I found Joachim's YouTube channel and saw that video he made creating his shape. And I just thought, wow, he put so much effort into his decks. So I bought one and made, of course, some videos on my channel about it. And I just enjoy the medium or high concave with medium kicks. And I just stuck to it. I have one more deck here that I won at a game of skate. It's a Nero deck, German deck maker. It's a symmetrical shaped deck. It's also a lot of fun. But now I went back to my December decks. I also have a 36mm here, which I like. They're just so good. You just can't beat a good shape. And maybe I'm curious about the Catfish barbecue decks. I hear good things about them. But I don't know. What if I like them? Then I have these decks. I want to keep using them. So I'm not sure. Next question. How do you progress so fast? Do you just fingerboard many hours per day, or do you have a well thought out training plan? Like today I want to learn trick XY, do it for 5 minutes and film it, analyze the footage, redo. I don't have a well thought out training plan. I just finger skate and have fun, and because I have so much fun, I learn some new tricks. I think my skateboarding background definitely helped, because I know how certain tricks feel. And what I learned is that tricks, if you can do a trick on a real skateboard, it's easier then to learn it on a fingerboard, because the physics are kind of the same. You just have to get used to how your finger has to move. So maybe I have an advantage because of my skateboarding background, but I think it's just because I have a lot of fun doing it. And I also want my fingerboarding to look realistic or feel realistic. So when I'm skating a mini ramp, for example, then I like to, pretend like I'm riding and not just pushing the board. Someone commented recently, like you're not riding a fingerboard, you're just pushing a fingerboard. And I think it was kind of making fun of fingerboarding in general. And I thought, yeah, of course you're pushing your fingerboard, but you're also rolling, and you can make your hand, you can relax your arm, and then you roll faster. And I want to have a realistic momentum when I skate, finger skate. So I don't know. I have watched a lot of skateboard videos in the past. I know how tricks feel, so maybe that's why I was able to progress fast. But I definitely had to learn how to do nollie tricks and switch. That took a long time, and it still feels a bit awkward sometimes, but I'm getting there. My nollie muscle memory, my muscles for nollie tricks or switch tricks, they are getting better. But yeah, still have to do some work on it. But I don't think about it as in terms of I have to train for these tricks. I'm just going to finger skate, I have fun. And yeah, sorry, I don't have a formula for you. Okay, there's a follow-up question. Did your wrist or fingers ever start to hurt after too much practice? I'm wondering if it's just me, since I've used a mouse my whole life for gaming and work. Maybe my wrist just worn out from all of that. Speaking of computer mouse, I use a vertical mouse because I have to edit videos a lot, and my hands started to hurt, so I switched to a vertical mouse. So I can recommend that for you. And then in terms of having wrist pain, of pain in the fingers from practicing, not really, but in the beginning I had like shoulder or neck pain. I'm sure people can relate here, because you lift your arm a lot. So I had a lot of pain here in the beginning. But of course, the muscles here grew and I became stronger, so I have less pain. And I have actually no pain when oh, it's not my video playing. Oh, here's a really nice comment with a question at the end. I love comments like this. Here someone is saying, hey man, I've been down in the dumps lately and binge watched your whole channel today, and it's been really nice to feel like I'm fingerboarding with a friend. I think it's also inspiring to see how fingerboarding has reignited this passion in you that you once had for skateboarding. Your content is so chill and relaxing to watch, and I look forward to watching more content. Yeah, these are the comments that motivate me to keep going. I also received one comment recently where someone said that they got into fingerboarding because of my videos, and they used to also skateboard, and they cannot do it anymore. So it's so cool to hear that. But here's one question. I guess I also answered that already. When it comes to learning new tricks as well as mastering them, what has helped you progress? Yeah, like I said, it's probably the skateboarding background and just having an understanding of the physics of skateboarding, and fingerboarding is kind of the same. But yeah, just I want to emphasize here that I'm only doing tricks that are fun. If it's not fun, then I don't do them. Like impossibles, for example. If I try really hard, I can land them, but they're just not fun to me. Maybe because I'm not good at them. But I just try to skate as I would like to skateboard. And of course, right now my fingerboarding skills have surpassed my skateboarding skills that I had. I'm thinking about skateboarding when I'm fingerboarding, and maybe that helps me progress faster. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talented. No, just kidding. You definitely have to practice or fingerboard a lot, obviously. And maybe, I mean, my fingers are not the most flexible and they're pretty big. I also do martial arts, for example, so I don't have very soft and flexible fingers, but because I want to fingerboard like I want to skate, I want it just so bad that I can somehow do it when I want it. That sounded so arrogant. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know if I would be a good teacher. I don't think I could do tutorials to show you how to do it. You also have to feel it, right? When you do tricks, you have you have to know what you did in order to correct it. Recently, I learned how to do like frontside 360 shove-its or frontside big spin, and I'm still perfecting it, but I have a sense now what to do in the air, and it's all about these micro movements. It takes a lot of time. You have to really try to listen to your finger and your body and your movement, and then try to adjust. So it's concentrate and listen to your fingers and your body and try to understand what you just did, what you could do differently. Maybe watch some fingerboarders that do it very well and watch their tricks in slow motion, but I don't think that helps a lot. You have to feel it. And sometimes a lot of tricks I learned is similar with skateboarding. When I used to skate, I thought, oh, you know, a switch hard flip would be amazing at this bank. I never did one before, but I just tried, and suddenly I'm like, oh, of course, this is how you do it. And then a few tricks attempts later, I would actually land one. I would be like, why didn't I do that before? So you have to kind of unlock the combinations of movements you have to do, but it starts with a vision and a feel for how it would feel like. And with fingerboarding it's the same. Also recently, speaking of switch hard flip, I just practiced a switch frontside flip down a little table. And then I thought, hey, I do my switch frontside flip kind of like a hard flip. What if I just do a switch hard flip? And then actually I did it so many times and so perfect. Because I had this feeling that I could probably do it. I don't know if this helps, but that's how I progress at least. Okay, I think that's it. I answered all the questions. Thanks for asking all those questions. And again, thanks for subscribing and hanging out with me in these videos and commenting. And yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what to say. And I don't know what will happen with this channel. Like obviously, I'm going to continue posting clips and making videos when I have the time. But to be honest, these videos I've been doing, they took more time than I had available. I definitely have to be careful not spending too much time making videos here, because workload is just, it's so hard to keep up with work and with my family and this sounds also negative, but yeah, I will keep making videos because I enjoy doing them. I enjoy filming also fingerboard sessions, because whenever I film for this channel doing sessions, I also learn new tricks because I have suddenly this pressure. I don't like the pressure because when I film, I fingerboard worse than when I fingerboard by myself. But that's just how it is. When the camera's rolling, you're like, oh shit, I gotta land a trick. but sometimes I land new tricks because I force myself. So I want to keep doing it, and I don't have any particular goals with this channel. Every now and then I might do a hotel room review as always, but and maybe review some products. Oh, by the way, I'm getting a lot of messages lately on Instagram from deck makers or brands who now want to make decks for me or send me products. So maybe I reached fingerboard influencer level, I don't know, but I might do some videos reviewing some stuff that was sent to me. It was never the goal to do that, but hey, why not if I can get some free stuff, right? But it has to be stuff that I'm interested in, because I don't want to spend time learning about new products if I already know that it's not for me. Like a crazy shaped deck that I know for sure is not going to become my main deck. I don't want to waste the time and energy then to try it. Maybe if I'm curious enough, or for fun. But yeah, you might see some product placements coming. I don't know. It's so crazy how fast these things can happen. All right, I'm going to end this video here. It was a long one. Thanks for hanging out. And let me know in the comment section if you want to see something specific. I'm just curious what you want to see out of this channel. Yeah, that's all I have. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Ciao. Tschüss.